Today we're going to work on the 440 for a few minutes. I want to try to hook up the large bucket valve, this little valve right there, and it feeds the bucket. And we're going to hook it into the tractor's original hydraulic pump. And in order to do that, we've got to gain access down there. And I don't know if you noticed, there's a paper towel there. This thing leaks, so we're going to take it apart as well and see if we can stop the leaks. So place the phone in a good spot. Hopefully that is a nice shot of what we're working on. And we're going to take off that valve. So once again, this is the 440 gas tractor. It's the first one I ever bought, and it currently is not being used as a tractor at all because it doesn't have its loader, and I'm not quite done fixing it up. Started painting it, and I decided I painted it the wrong color, so I'm gonna redo that. I can't paint hydraulic fluid. So we got a fixed leak. Okay, gasket stayed on. Let's go over here and take this apart and have a look. All right, the way these valves work is fluid will come in or out of there, and then it comes out of there. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. The leak I'm finding is coming out of this area here. So I don't remember if I've ever taken one of these apart, but we're gonna this time because we can't keep leaking. Let's see if that's a, nope, that's probably a 7/16. My goodness, is that a hat? Oh my goodness, it's a half. All right. Fluid leaking all over. Okay, that one doesn't want to roll. That's good. All right, I'm going to the vise for just a second. Oh, there's a lot of fluid still in there. I guess that's expected. Let's see. Maybe we can just tap this off. One, two, three. Easy. I wonder how much oil is supposed to be down on these threads. Should probably throw all this in the diesel bath. probably do that here in a minute. Does that loosen this cap? It does loosen the cap, and this all is coming out on its own. Okay, I see O-rings, I see blue plastic from the sealant, the original. Oh my goodness, this is full of garbage and goo. Holy cow. There's silicone all over in here in black chunks of old O-ring. So bringing the diesel bath to the mix. Yeah, there's just little silicone pieces all over. What a mess. It's amazing this thing ever worked at all. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's more silicone. I don't know if you guys are seeing this very well, but just silicone all over the parts here. Just drop the whole thing in here. Okay, so I guess the assumption here is that the previous owner felt that the problems were solvable with silicone, probably because they didn't have access to or didn't know the correct O-ring size. And I don't have or know the correct O-ring size, so I'm just gonna pound a bunch of O-rings on there until one of them fits really nice. Boy, I'll bet both sides are just as bad. Oh yeah, tons of, it's gotta be bad O-ring. Bits and pieces in there still. Yep, let's take both ends off. Jeez, what a disaster. Yes, I have the air waiting on my air compressor. So it's not that the tool sucks, it just doesn't have full air. Now this side's been blocked off since I got it, so who knows what's in here. Oh, the same exact problem. Silicone where an O-ring probably belonged. Yuck. And full of silicone, just, or pieces of black. Okay, let me clean all this up real quick and we'll see about finding our O-ring that fits. Take off your nice hoodie. We're gonna have to take these off, I just know it. There is a piston in there that's moving. Huh. No O-rings on it. Oh, look at that. There is an O-ring. They just thought that they could fill that area up with silicone and somehow be better than the O-ring? I don't know. Look at that. All right, that looks a lot cleaner. Let's just do use weird stuff on here. Okay, clean enough for us, for sure. got a ball in it, spring, this bolt on the outside, and then another orifice back here. So this is probably, what, an overload, like a pressure overload? Maybe, I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe it's just a one-way valve that only lets fluid in, and so when the machine wants to push, when it's resting on the hydraulic line, maybe the fluid enters here and that has to be somehow pressed, or something that keeps the fluid from flowing back into the pump, or back to the neutral, so that whatever implement you're holding up doesn't fall on you. I don't know if that's the case. Makes an interesting idea though, because that is the direction the fluid comes, I believe, is it comes from the center, past the ball and out, and then if it wants to come back, it has to contend with that ball. So it's like one way only. Although, how does it ever come back? I don't know that. I don't know. Can't be a one-way valve, right? Because if I'm pushing this side, the other side's coming back. It has to allow fluid both directions. And maybe that's what the little piston in the center does, is regulate the back and forth. I don't know, not an expert on this. But that could be what this is for, is to push the ball back. Definitely a theory. All right, well, let's just give these a quick scrub. I'll let them know we like clean things. 4 of these. 2. Look at that, more silicone. It's just crazy that somebody thought silicone would hold back high pressure hydraulic fluid. It's just kind of crazy. Silicone all over the O-rings. So that's a scary thought. Somebody had this open and was taking it apart, but that same somebody thought that silicone would seal things up. I always love buying broken stuff. It's fun to learn how it works and to fix it, and it's rewarding. But if somebody else has tried and they failed, did they make it worse? Too easy. I don't think that's the right size. Like, it fits around, but I don't think it's pressing on the walls well enough. So let's set these aside. I still think that's too thin. It's too thin. That's way too big. Okay, that fits. Those are the exact same O-ring. One's in a blue bin from Harbor Freight, one's in a red bin. They are the exact same O-ring. Well, there's one way to find out. Let's reassemble it. Alrighty. Man, that bottoms out like, hey, there's nothing left to go. This guy. Come on, there it goes, nice and easy. I think that hole there should probably line up with this hole here. We'll go ahead and remember to put the O-ring on. Oh yeah, now we're okay, pressed up against everything. Yep, only one way to know. Okay. No O-rings here and here. I'm kind of surprised by that. I would think that a gasket is great and all, but I'm just kind of surprised that the flange on the other side doesn't have O-ring cutouts in it. But it doesn't. Oh, these hands are dirty. Holy cow. Can you see? Yeah, you can see what I'm working on. Okay, all that's left to do is to start the engine and give this a try. So stand you here. You can see the tractor. Yeah. Turning the gas on. This chair's weird. We're gonna have to fix that. Don't really have anything to sit on yet, but we got our choke, knotty in gear. We got fuel control there. Turn it on. Hey, that should be enough. right, let's see if that block is leaking when we put some fluid on it. Oh, it's still leaking. All right, the whole reason for even doing what I've been doing is that this tractor is equipped with half of a front loader, and it has this great valve over here, this bank of valves. And what I've been wanting to do for a long time is finish hooking the loader up to this tractor. And I need to know, does this tractor's hydraulic pump operate in a way that's compatible with this valve here? And what I mean by that is, if I send hydraulic fluid through this line to this guy, when I'm not operating these, will it automatically send the return with zero resistance back to the tractor's pump? And that's what I need to know. So that's what this next little test is going to tell us. So I'll start the tractor up again. And this time, when I feed the valve, this time if I feed this line, if I charge this line, does the fluid automatically come back on the drain line? And let's just see. Oh, I think the answer is yes, it does. Because I'm not registering any pressure on this gauge. So that's awesome. That means this pump can drive this loader. Okay, it sucks and leaking fluid all over the place. But what it says is this valve does return all of its fluid back to the tractor's pump unless it's being operated. So great big leak. I mean, yeah, it's going everywhere, but that was the biggest hurdle for me getting the loader onto this tractor was, can I operate it with the onboard hydraulic pump? Will it be enough pressure? I don't know. Some people have told me that there's no way, like it's a dream, it'll never work, it's not gonna have enough pressure. It just needs to be able to move up and down until I can prove that this tractor can drive this. And then, I have other plans. Like, for example, it is my goal to have a front pump that comes off the engine so that it's not using this old tractor's pump. But that can wait now. I can at least reassemble this tractor and find out what's next. I just need to know what the next thing that's going to stop me from putting this guy into service is. And right now, it's no longer the tractor's hydraulic pump. It's that I just need to now marry it back together with its loader and see how it operates. So that's good news. That's awesome for this old gas tractor. I obviously am still working on the diesel one, and I'll make a video for that probably this afternoon.